see now, all of our shoes will have these because of the materials, but that's, yep. No, I think that's, viewers will love it. Sick.
All right, so I'm a huge shoe fanatic, always have been. I used to come to S with P-Rod back in the day, and I'd always be freaking out looking at all the shoes that they had. They have the Tom Penny famous boot here probably somewhere. And Andy's here to check out some new shoes, which we are going to be showing you.
Yeah.
And I'm just explaining to them how
Hi.
I love coming to these places an extreme amount.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's like going to the Powell factory.
I'm getting to see all the new shoes that are coming out for like the next like 2 years.
Oh my God. And all I want to see is the shoes that came out 30 years ago.
Yep.
Which way? We're going this way?
This way, bro.
Hell yeah. You got some R2-D2s?
Yep. So hyped you invited me for this. I already saw so many shoes. I'm like, oh, they're doing these again. They're doing those again. Like, I probably can't show them in my video because they're too far out, but
dude,
you know,
shoes are another world.
Right?
You know, like everybody wears shoes. But...
Everybody. I've been a shoe fanatic my whole life too. I don't know if you knew that. A dog. There's a dog for my video.
No, that's not.
What's up,
that's
Pop?
obviously should have gone somewhere. Okay.
How's it going? Can I say hi?
Oh, totally. You guys know Nick? Yeah. He loves it.
How's it going? Hi.
Andy Anderson. Nice to meet you, man. And the office dog. This is Moss 4, which is like April. This is like January, February. And then the Nodus colorway is Fall 24, which is July, August.
Cool.
So.
And this one's spring, without the zipper.
Yeah.
Because that zipper was too bulgy.
Work in progress.
Figuring it out.
I really wanted a zipper at first, but...
You're not gonna have a zipper at all now?
Right.
It's just gonna be a strap.
Well, you have a zipper for fall and home.
Oh, so that's super cool though. So then this is never coming out.
Yeah.
That's what I love to show the most.
Are you a sample size, Nigel?
Yes, I
You
am.
can have like one of one.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take
But
them.
as of
Check
now,
save
it's,
them.
it's one shoe.
There's 2 of them.
Well, there's a pair.
That's my logo.
That's so sick.
With the and
Yeah.
and the wings, and then the round triangle is my favorite shape.
Damn.
Oh, here we go.
These are looking buttery, dude. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, what? Are those coming out?
Wow.
So that's a colorway. That's not Andy's shoe. It's obviously very similar, but that's a holiday 23. So that's October.
That's the same as this guy, but different color.
Oh, I got you.
Penny inspired colorway.
Yeah.
But this is a whole different shoe.
So we should bring this with us so you can explain them.
Yeah,
The
but this one,
differences.
also has a zipper that's not going to be in there.
Okay, well we can also explain that as well, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing, that we're gonna be able to really break these down and show and talk about everything that is happening.
Right.
Which they're really gonna like, you know?
Yeah, because this is the Windrow Volk with a strap.
Yeah.
Same with this. All the shoes that with the strap you've seen me wear, the yellow ones.
Yeah.
But this is my pro shoe, which is a combination of the Windrow Volk. You notice that the covered E isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
And we brought it there instead of having it kind of look like a different logo.
Yep.
So we just removed it completely, and then this is overhanging. Like, this isn't the final.
But it's very close.
Yeah, and what's...
Close enough that we can start talking about it.
Yeah. And the strap is shorter. So the strap ends at the crease of your foot.
Where it bends.
Where it bends. Like for this shoe, my crease of my foot is back here.
Mm-hmm.
So this just kind of moves forward.
Pushes into your toes, I imagine.
Yeah, but with this one, it doesn't do that so much.
That's awesome. Yeah, that looks great, dude.
So the other thing that's kind of cool, Andy, is that brown Tom Penny colorway
Oh, yeah.
is part of a pack with like a Sheckler Chris Cole
Oh, what?
and a Aurelian JB Gillette.
No way!
And both the pros and the brands have like agreed to do this with us. So, and Fallen and
These are great.
Lakai and then S, you know, everybody's on board with this. So it's not just a random like super renegade.
That's so cool.
It's so badass.
Yeah, it
And you have the
is.
same birthday as Tom Penny, right?
Yeah. April 13, baby. April 13 is a great one because 1 + 3 is 4, and April's the 4th month.
Yeah, I like that.
Balance, baby.
Balance.
Right, like we're
You see?
still
Are you filming?
making changes.
Yeah, so that's important. These are samples. They're not 100% correct. It's like an experimental board.
Yep.
It's not the final cut. Just like this.
Which we're always messing with experimental stuff because of George.
It can be Andy, but
Oh, man.
Andy has a mind also that's going up and down all the time. So
Wanting to
there's
improve,
a lot of little
improve.
tweaks that happen in the process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, let's try this, and then you try it, and you're like, oh, that adds 4 millimeters of thickness in this one spot that we want it to be as thin as possible.
Not as effective as you thought.
So as good as the idea is, it doesn't work, and then it takes that time to figure out. Because when you see the digital image of one of these things, it does not do it any justice.
No, not at all.
You're like, wow, that looks great. Then you see it in reality, you're like, whoa.
You showed me the digital image of all of these,
Yeah.
and these look so much better, dude.
Yeah, that's...
Those, I mean, I've always been a huge sucker for the Tom Penny colorway, so of course I'm just gravitating towards those.
But like, here, this example, this zipper, right?
Yeah,
This zipper comes undone. So
it doesn't lock.
it doesn't lock. And then we're trying to figure out how do we find locking zippers, and then looking it up, you're like, oh, a fly on your pants locks.
It holds it, yeah.
So then this one was the innovation of like, okay, if it's down, it's locked. It's a fly zipper, so if it's up, it zips.
Yeah.
But if you tuck it down, then it's locked. And then-
Crazy.
but initially we were trying to do these flaps to keep it from moving. And then it's like, can we find a pant zipper in the shoe factory?
Yeah.
Like, that's a tough thing. Like, obviously in the pant factory, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
And then it was, because I collect zippers, I'm a zipper fanatic. And to have a YKK on there is like so sick. And the brass matches the
Oh
brown.
yeah, it is YKK.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
So you can see both of these are, like, this one's not going to have the zipper. But this one is.
Oh, so this is just gonna be a flap.
Yeah, that's going to be a flap. And the other thing that the zipper's doing to this one is it's making this way longer
Yeah.
than it needs to be, because it should be that much shorter.
Yep.
So there's all these weird things that happen in the experimental phases.
Got you.
Like, it's going to sit more like how this one sits. Where it's like this one's coming almost all the way down,
Yeah.
you know?
So it'll be a little higher.
Yeah.
Sick, man.
Dude.
Because of the materials, but that's
Yep. No, I think that's a good idea.
more like an Andy thing. That's
No matter what, everyone, especially our viewers, love to see the behind the scenes of like what it takes to make these amazing products. So they're really gonna love this.
And I think it's important to show at least part of, it's important to me, at least part of like how many iterations go into one single product. Like, you have an idea, and that idea manifests into reality, but then it isn't perfect, or maybe it's exactly what you imagined, but nothing is exactly what you imagine. It's reality. It's not imagination.
Yep.
So it's just a whole different thing. And then you see it, you handle it, and you go, no, this has to change. And maybe there's 8 things that have to change, but you gotta change them one at a time. Or if you do too many at a time, then it just becomes a whole new product.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. Like,
well, plus like the whole process is like 24 months about from when you start telling Rick and our team what you want in the shoe versus when the shoe is going to be on sale.
yeah.
So it's a 2-year process where, you know, there's a lot of variables in that process. But as always, we try to work with whoever like the guy or girl on like the team is, and try to make sure that whatever they have in mind, that, you know, and that sometimes takes a little bit. Like, sometimes at first it's like, oh, it was too thick or too thin, or I don't like this material, or like the white looks a little different than I had in mind. And so we try to help make it as good as we can to what you want, and then obviously also what works for us and what can sell, you know?
Straight.
That's sick.
Yeah, talking about this shoe, the green. So I was talking to someone who wants to design products for their future, and I was like, man, the whole point is to get the idea so down that one day, 5 years later, that you get the opportunity, you can just spit it out. And that's what happened with this shoe. is this shoe was literally designed in 5 minutes. My first meeting with Rick. What color? This color. Where do you want on the toe? I want this on the toe. I want this, you know? And then you wait like a year until you actually see one. So it's like if you don't know what you want, it's so hard to get it because it doesn't exist.
I remember a crazy story is you drew out what you wanted your pro shoe to be, and it was almost identical to that.
Yeah, it was improved. This is better than my drawing, and my drawing was from so long ago.
Really?
Yeah, so long ago, like high school almost.
Wow, that's crazy.
After high school, I was still competing in Damn Ams. Damn, dude, that was a minute ago, so I wasn't pro.
Damn.
For Powell even.
That's amazing, dude. And then your first chance to get a shoe, it's almost exactly it.
Yeah. The shoe inspiration came from this guy I met in New York. He was riding Feiyu shoes, which are the shoes that the Shaolin warriors wear.
Yeah.
And it had this crazy toe cap that came, like, it was like from here, and then it came straight across this, and then continued over here. So I was like, okay, we need that. And then the Etnies shoes kind of have this stitching line, and I was like, that covers the exact space of the Feiyu toe cap while leaving the air holes so your feet can breathe. And then the other problem with the Feiyus was the laces went down super far.
All the way to the toe.
Yeah, which is probably good for karate or something when you want to tighten it all down your foot.
Yeah.
But for skateboarding, dude, you're just going to tear your laces.
Destroy them.
So, kind of pulling that back. And then I had no idea how to do the strap. I knew I wanted something to cover the laces, but I had no idea how it was going to work, what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then when I started working with Etnies, they approached me with this shoe and the yellow ones. Do we have the old ones too? The yellow and... No, hey?
I have to dig for them a little bit, but I just want to show you that.
Oh, that's
stitching.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. So this is like already on the shoes.
So this is how they looked before your influence.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, the toe cap, let's just follow this line. And then I get my usage of the Feiyu style toe cap, the Shaolin warrior style toe cap, with less rubber, more breathability, and it's already an iconic image for Etnies.
Yep.
So it's just
win-win.
No brainer, right?
No brainer. So this shoe's already out. It's already available. People can order it and buy it in stores. This is the next one to come out.
It's coming soon. And yeah, it's not the final. Do you have the final? No, going to the final.
Close to it. We'll just explain to them.
Yeah, it's really close to the final. But I really wanted, I'm a zipper fanatic, so I wanted to match the zipper. I should have worn my zipper necklace, bro. But
Spaced it.
I collect zippers that I find on the ground. And I found one particular zipper at the Olympics.
Yeah.
On the ground getting out of the bus, and I was just like, okay, this is by far the most important zipper I've ever found.
I really like this colorway though, dude. It's dope.
Yeah, I love the silver, right?
Yeah.
Silver and gray.
Sick. But when does this one drop?
Fred?
Right now. July, August.
It's about to drop right now. Okay, sick. That's perfect. So you guys can start to request these from your shops. Or no, they're already going to shops. They're going to be there any day.
Well, you got to request them so the shop gets them.
Yeah.
And then you have that option.
That's pretty tight.
With
You want to show
this
insole
flap.
on that one? I believe that one is the first one with the insole. Oh no, that one had it too.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I want to show them all the details.
It's glued in, but it's not.
It's the paper. Hey.
Too much paper.
Man.
No, they're the same one.
So sick.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
With the reminder of why you have the strap.
Dope.
So you can do 50-50 stalls.
That's so sick, dude.
So hype.
So these, definitely request from your shop to get them or find them however you can if you want them. And but with all these other ones, the cool thing is that if you request them from shops, a lot of shoe companies, they deal with pre-booking. So if you request the shoe, like you show them, when the buyers see it, they're gonna be like, oh, that's that shoe that all those kids were asking for, then the shoes will be there.
Yeah, that's what happened with this shoes. We didn't advertise it early enough,
Yeah,
so none of the skate shops bought it. And
not
then,
as much.
And then it sells out immediately
Yep.
because like they didn't
know the demand.
Yeah, they don't know the demand, and because we didn't market it, so then when it's not marketed, then nobody's gonna know
Yeah.
that it exists until it's too late, and then you go to order it, and it's...
Well, we dropped the ball one time, Andy. We won't do that again. We're gonna keep our fans nice and informed of everything that's going on. And you know, for buying shoes, it's a lot different than ordering them and buying boards. So we need to do this way ahead of time.
Yeah, with boards, I can design it and get the new model within a week.
Yeah.
With shoes, it's between 4 to 8 months.
4 to 8 months for a sample?
Like it seemed like it's like it's like around that. I feel like
Damn.
between iteration, hey, let's try this, to like I have it in my hand, I'm gonna put it on, not just have it in my hand and look at it.
Yeah.
There's some serious time involved because think about all the fabrics and stuff. It's not just like a wood press.
Yeah. I feel you.
So these 3 shoes are a take on the Windrow Volk, which is a pre-existing shoe from Etnies, plus this strap. So it's a Windrow Volk plus the strap. People are always asking me, why is this logo covered? It's because the strap is an afterthought. They didn't have the strap and then put the logo around it. They have the logo and they put the strap around it, rather over it. So that's what happened here. That's what's going on. This is the Windrow Volk. This is Andy's Windrow Volk. Right? Now these shoes that come out next year are completely different and they look similar. So the difference is, like, I have to really explain this difference. Like what
This is the first one that's coming out? The black and white?
Yeah, without the zipper.
Okay. So it's just gonna be a flap.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a flap, just
like this one.
like this one, yeah.
Okay. So the zipper, don't pay attention to that, guys.
Yeah.
Well, here's a more.
Oh yeah, here's a more current one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sick.
Oh, rad.
And then check this out, dude. Stash pocket.
What?
We still haven't
Keep
mastered
extra.
that.
Keep wax in there.
Dude, your house key or whatever, your rings, you know,
Anything,
you don't
dude.
want to skate with your rings on.
Yep.
I don't know if you wear jewelry or stuff, but anyways.
I do gotta say, I love the fact that whenever I skate in these, I don't tear my laces.
Bro,
You know?
the other thing that they do for laces is they never get untied. And they
That's
never
true.
catch on anything, and they never go under your shoe, and like there's just no problems with laces.
Yep.
But you have all the best parts of laces, which is actually getting your shoes tight.
Yep.
Like if you have laceless shoes, then it's kind of ridiculous.
I like the way it looks. It's super clean looking.
Over here, or the James.
Only difference is the final's gonna have that E on there, so
Yeah,
there's
and,
no E on
and the
that
strap is way too long.
too long.
Yeah, it's gonna stop there,
Sick.
but not stick up that high.
Yeah.
Like there's all these issues that happen. The little
Tiny details.
Tiny details where you're like removing millimeters, but it makes the biggest difference at the end of the day.
For the final product.
Yeah, and then so the difference between this shoe and this shoe. Let's do it, okay? This one, we chopped this back a bit, so now it's higher up. So it
You can totally tell that.
it bends at the crease of your foot now, while on this one it kind of jams forward.
It goes into your toes a bit.
Again, the strap is on an existing shoe. This shoe, my shoe, that I fully got to design, is designed around the strap. So then I love the way that the toe cap comes into the foxing tape, curves into it, and then it follows this curve there. Like just little details like that
Yeah.
to keep that motion going. And then, yeah, this strap's so long. The stash pocket, the cash pocket. But one of the other super sick things is this tongue has an elastic in there.
Oh, so it doesn't get all floppy.
Yeah, and you can wear it without laces. So it's like
Oh, that's sick. You can just take them all out and just...
it's a mid-top slip-on.
What?
Yeah, so mid-top slip-on is...
I'm gonna rock them like that.
Yeah, this is so nice, because I always like to walk in my shoes for a few days before I skate them.
Yeah.
So I'll have 2 pairs. I have my skate shoes, and then I have my walking shoes, and then the walking shoes, by the time my skate shoes are done, are perfectly ready for skating.
Yep.
And then my next... So I can do that with these, where I just take out the laces and then lace them up when I'm ready to skate them.
That's awesome.
These colors are a little off, like there's the gold here and the gray, but that's just sample stuff.
Yeah. So this is gonna be black.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. This is so cool.
Yep.
I'm so excited. And it's so funny, like, one of the design color things is I realized that when you make this foxing tape and the toe cap different colors, you see the real size of the toe cap.
Yeah.
It's not that big. Like, it's pretty shallow right there.
It is.
But when you see it when they're the same color, it looks huge. Like, you look down and you're like, damn, that's my whole toe.
It
Versus
just goes
like,
forever.
okay, there's the toe cap, you know?
Yeah.
So just little things like that, same design, it's just little color alterations make the biggest difference.
Yep. One thing I've always loved about Soltech and Etnies rubber toe caps is it's so good. It grips really, really well, and it lasts a decent amount of time. Like some other shoe companies, it's like really hard.
Yeah.
And just like it's shredded right off like it's nothing.
Yeah, that was really important to me, that the toe cap is the same material as the foxing tape.
Mm-hmm.
I find that a lot of companies use a different rubber.
Yeah.
And then it's inconsistent. Like even when you're flicking from here to there, it's like fast and slow or slow and fast.
You can feel it.
Yeah, it's like just make it the same. And that's why I initially wanted it the same color, so you could tell that it's the same rubber.
Yeah.
But now I see the importance of changing the color but keeping the rubber.
Yep.
It's details, man, details.
Got you.
But I love this. The longer toe on it.
It looks way better.
Yeah, it looks more like a sporty basketball shoe kind of, and it creases at the right spot, and all these curves are right, and then the logo's going right there,
Yep.
like that. Boom.
Yeah, that looks sick.
And then this logo, bro, that's me.
Yeah, that looks good.
The
You
dub-
came up with that yourself, right?
Yeah, so I really wanted the upside down triangle. It's very like aviation focused.
Yeah.
And like flying, I've been traveling a lot, and I wanted it to kind of represent, like a right side up triangle is very stable.
Mm-hmm.
An upside down triangle is very mystical,
Yeah.
you know, and it's kind of like doesn't really exist. But then at the very bottom there, you can see the tail feathers, and if you remove the round triangle, so there's the upside down triangle, then there's the round triangle, which is my favorite shape, the Rollo rotor. It's perfectly round shape. It's not a circle. But if you remove that with my little and symbol, the tail feathers form a pyramid.
Oh, sick.
So there's like 3 different types
Triangles.
of triangles going on. There's like, okay, like pyramid style that's stable, but it's hidden by the round triangle, which is all on the upside down triangle. And then of course, the wings are little E's for Etnies.
Oh, that's dope.
Hey, that might even be a better shot of it
What?
in the sole.
Oh, yeah. Dang, dude, that's so sick. It's all coming together.
Dude. It's crazy how long you have to wait to get this.
Yeah, but these are going to be available very soon for everybody, so.
Now, these ones come out in 2024.
Oh, okay.
These ones are available.
Those are available really soon.
Yeah.
You tricked yourself.
I did trick myself,
Look
dude.
at the logo on the tongue.
That's the way to know.
Yeah!
What's
The man himself, the
Pierre,
owner.
how you doing, man?
What's up,
Yeah,
bro?
man.
Thank you, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. For those who don't know, it's Pierre-Andre. He started Etnies in 86. Living in Venice when he started it.
Thank you.
Freaking made the first ever skate shoe. For like first ever pro skate shoe. First ever shoe designed specifically for skateboarding. Which is why I'm so excited to work with you, man. How are you?
You good?
And he's a fellow freestyler.
Yeah, are you flipping the shoes?
Yeah, dude, we're checking them out. Shoe flip. Oh, damn. That's what's up.
These are looking great though.
Oh man, I'm so excited. How are you,
You guys
Pierre?
know which app you guys looking for? Because they'll be in all your shoes. So starting fall 23, which is basically now, all of our shoes will have these, and all the Volk shoes will have the level 2, which is in your shoe as well.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have. Like you know more about them than I do.
No, that's it.
I started skating them last week and they work pretty damn
Just
good.
feel them, and then I think that's all that needs to be said about it.
New
Yeah,
insole
straight up.
technology.
So right now the insoles that come in my shoes are kind of like paper thin.
Like
But-
these, right?
No, this is the future. Oh yeah, that's the future.
Same one.
But are those in the shoes now? Because that wasn't in the first round. Oh, but that is now. Okay, so these are level 1s,
Level 1s. I could still, yeah.
and then freaking level 2. Boom. So the level 2 is gonna be in all the shoes.
Wow. That's way better.
Wait,
All vulcanized shoes.
I'm just gonna repeat what you say. So can you just say it for the camera? I feel like you got all the info. Super squishy. It's gonna be. Take it over, Fred.
They'll be in all the Etnies shoes starting right now. So fall 23, summer 23, fall 23. And they'll be in all the vulcanized shoes will have level 2, which
Yeah.
is the one you're holding up.
Okay, these.
And all the cup sole shoes will have level 1 insoles, which are similar, just a little bit thinner because they don't need as much
Right, because the
thickness,
capsules have-
because the cup soles are a little bit better, a
Yeah.
little bit thicker already on their own. So
Yeah.
And you'll notice the difference. I mean, you've had them for a week, and you already
No, for sure.
want to take them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm stoked on them. And it makes a big difference. Like if you have no insole, like what are you doing? You're
Yeah.
just on the ground, especially with the vulcanized shoe. So like being able to pick your sole, right? Like Michelin soles are freaking amazing. They'd last forever. I decided to go with a Volk sole just because it's classic, consistent. People know what it feels like. And if I'm gonna innovate the shoe, I'm just gonna go one piece at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not go too crazy.
Yeah, so it's important to match a Volk sole is to have
The right insole.
The right insole.
Cool.
But
Sick. I'm excited about that.
Do you have an agent at the moment? Or do you just
No, I'm just Bill Murray in it. Just got a landline. Call my landline, leave a message. Not taking their money.
Like, because
I had dinner with
could-
them
I
last
could-
year at Crankworks.
I
Here.
can see.
Strap for me. So initially, I had an idea where there was no strap and it was gonna cover, but it was like imaginary and I couldn't fully visualize it. Then Etnies came to me and they were like, "Yo, we have this funky shoe that Pierre designed, and we're not sure who it's gonna rep. Like, would you want to wear this?" And they showed me this, and I said, "That is so close to the designs that I've been drawing in my notebook. That is hilarious. Yes, absolutely yes."
So this is it before you touched it and did anything to it.
I did nothing to this. This is all Pierre. So this is the strap.
Yep.
And I was thinking, man, what if we make the strap removable so you can wear it like just like that or with the strap? So then talking to Kelly Hart under the Venice sign, we're like, oh, you know those Velcro ones where it like loops through the thing and then goes over? And I'm like, yeah, I've seen those before. So that birthed this idea where you have these Velcro things, right? Super cool on paper, but in reality, it was too thick. So at this point, it's 1, 2, 3 layers thick when it only needs to be 1 layer thick. So it sticks up. And then the other problem with this was that,
That might feel a little weird on your foot too.
oh yeah, and when you look down, but the other big problem is this stitching's sticking out. And that's gonna tear. And if that tears, then this whole thing is gone.
Flop up.
So I'm just walking you through issues that we overcome. So then I went zipper. Okay, zipper. Can we do zipper? Where's an example of an early zipper?
The brown ones. right?
None of them.
Oh, we didn't bring one in? Here, I could pause it for a sec.
No, I swear. So then it was like, okay, but how do we stop the zipper? So we got the zipper, but then we put the flaps to hide it, right? Great idea on paper. Talking about it, great idea. But look at this. This flap, there's nothing to keep it down. Maybe if it was like, could stay down, they'd be sick, but there's nothing there. So it's just there. And then as you skate, this falls down. So these are like all problems. Okay, how do we make locking zippers? Are there locking zippers? So after the Velcro didn't work, we tried to zipper. So level 1 zipper, YKK upon request. So sick. But this flap was intended to not only hide the zipper, but stop the pull tab from falling down. But it does neither of those. It does not well hide the zipper, and it doesn't stop it from falling down. It falls down anyways. So the next stage, so this one doesn't lock, it doesn't hide it. So we moved on to this zipper. But this shoe's coming out with this zipper on it. It's confusing. But this is a fly zipper from your pants.
Yeah.
And what that means is it locks when it's down. So it is, I don't know if you know about locking zippers, but it has like something that it's engaging back there to let it stick into the teeth.
It's like a brake.
Yeah, and then when you pull it up, it disengages and then it can come off or on. But if it's over there, oh yeah, it comes off and on over there as well.
Sick.
But once it's down flat, it doesn't move. And that was the history of how the heck are we going to make this removable. So that's true for my colorways coming out. You can tell my colorways have the original Etnies logo from '86 when Pierre started it. That was on my list from years and years and years ago. I wanted my pro shoe to have that logo, and it does. Yeah, so then this whole colorway was to go around the zipper to match the silver. And then this colorway, which comes out after, is the Tom Penny colorway.
I love those.
Dude, these are the sickest. I'm so excited to skate these.
Yeah, me too. Out of all your colorways, those are the ones I like the best so far.
And then you can go like that if you want. And skate them like that. Boom. Samples. Oh, we do. We have one. So we're going straight back to this. Again, a lot of attention to detail on these lines all lining up.
They look really good.
Dude, that's just, I love that stuff. And I wanted to keep this back kind of pattern. It's so badass. With
Yeah,
the
it
pull
does look
tab.
clean, dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's so cool when you see all the iterations and what goes wrong. Like this vegan leather that just, it's cool, but it just wasn't the move for us. So we're going with these ones. Oh, these are the ones that come out after. No, I'm tripping, dude.
Yeah, these are ways off.
These are way off. These are Nodis shoes.
Yep.
Nodis colorway, because Nodis had the first ever
And they
pro
look
shoe.
awesome. Look at those.
So sick. But this white is going to be gray to match the original colorway
Cool.
more closely. Because I was studying the original colorway and I was like, wait, it's black, red, and gray, not black, red, and white. So but all these things are going to be altered a little bit. This won't have the zipper.
Or if you guys want your skate shops to get these for you, start asking for them now. Just like with the boards, the wheels, everything else we promote, ask for them now.
So I'm going to give you more of a proper lineup of what's going on, because we just did a whole like zigzag around what is happening.
These are out. Green ones on his feet are out.
Yeah, these are out. These are coming out right now, but with this zipper. Where's a better example?
Yeah.
That style zipper on this shoe.
Yep.
And then, so these come out, and then these come out.
Pretty close together.
Yeah. And you can see these are kind of like, so these are my colorways. And you can tell that they're kind of not against the grain, not off kilter. They're kind of not basic colorways.
Yeah.
And part of the reason for that is I wanted to save the basic colorways for when I got my pro shoe. The difference being I design it from the bottom up, not just changing the color and features.
Yeah.
And the pro shoe is here. So when that releases in 2024, without the zipper, then you get the strap shoe that's black and white. It's like the cleanest.
When in 2024 does it come out?
Fred?
February, March.
February, March?
Yep.
Rad.
It's so funny because like I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, no, that shouldn't be exposed.
This is the one. This is the most recent one.
Oh right, that's
No
the more
zipper.
recent one. No zip, baby. With the stash pocket
Sick.
and the frickin'. Dude, it's so sick. My brain is like jumbled. There's so many shoes, so many timelines,
Yeah.
and it's so different. I'm forgetting what I've already said and what I have to say.
We pretty much covered everything. We haven't really shown these or talked about them too much, so I at least want to show them. Do you have any idea when these are coming out, Fred?
Yeah, summer 2024.
Okay.
That's April.
That warm gray.
I think they're gonna be a brighter white.
Those ones?
They're gonna be more like this white, but this is not the right material.
Oh, so these aren't going to be, it's going to be like that.
Like, yeah.
No, it's
Cool.
gonna be white suede. That's a white leather.
Right. It's gonna
Oh,
be
so
white
they are
suede.
going to, oh, okay.
It's a synthetic suede that's vegan, but it'll be a little bit more white, less gray.
Gotcha.
So many alterations.
Yep.
So many little details. And then you're like, okay, I want it white. And then you wait 4 months and you get it, and you're like, that white's too dark. And then it's 4 months later, and then you get it, and you're like, wait, what about that zipper? Let's remove that zipper. And then it's 4 months, and then you know what I mean? Like it's tough, man. But that's
Designing
that's the
shoes has a
business.
different curve to it.
Dude, designing anything is weird. Like even with Swatch, if I want to design something, they're like, hey, just so you know, anything you have to design that we talk about, the soonest it can happen is a year and a half later.
Wow.
And it's like, okay, I get that now. I didn't realize how fast skateboard design happens because that felt slow to me at first.
Yep.
But dealing with all sorts of different products, they all have their own timelines, and generally it's about, if you can pitch an idea and have a product within a year, that's fast.
Yeah.
That's really fast. So just for anybody out there who wants to design products, it's good to know that, so you're not like, why did a month go by and I haven't seen anything? It's like, bro, that's how it goes.
Yep.
That's how it grows.
Do you want to talk about SkaterCon 9?
Okay, SkaterCon, which is the Comic-Con for skateboarding at Etnies Skate Park. Is it at Etnies Skate Park this year? Okay,
Skate Park of Lake Forest, Saturday, September 30th, 2023. We're dropping 50 pairs of the white Andy shoe. That's not coming out for everybody else until summer 2024. But we're dropping 50 pairs exclusive. Andy will be there customizing the shoes, the boxes, whatever I guess people want to draw or see you draw on it. That's up to you.
my whole idea behind the white shoe is that it's a canvas, right? And you can draw on it, do your own art. And hopefully that inspires people to do their own colorways on my shoe. And if you have colorways ideas, I'm all about it.
Send them to Andy.
Send them to me, bro. But only if you're willing for me to use it and you not feel like I ripped off your idea. Because if you send me something and I end up using it and you're all like, what? I deserve $1 million now. If that's your mentality, don't send me anything. I'll figure it out on my own. But if you're like, hey, I got a good idea I'd like to see in reality,
Yeah.
and Andy might be a vessel in order to do that,
And watch Andy skate that color.
and then please send me your stuff. But I just want to differentiate that I'm not offering to pay you millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars. But if you want to be part of this process, man, it's a pretty exciting process. Because
It
with
is.
shoes, like with all these products, there's the function, the shape, the everything, and then there's the color, right? And for the skateboards, I design the shape, Court designs the art, on it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not designing the art. I might have some say. I want blue instead of red, but that's not my job. My job is the functionality, and my purpose in making these shoes is to help people do more tricks that they can't do with other shoes because your grip tape can't sit on your laces. Like, why is that still a problem? It's like having a human body with your intestines right out. It'd be like, hey, like, make sure you don't touch anything with your stomach. Like, it would just be ridiculous. You would not live very long. And that's why my shoes do not live very long. And that's why I put some skin over the freaking laces, the most fragile, most important part of the shoe. I'm ranting on.
It's funny though.
These shoes come out first. This is my first pro model that's coming out, revised. Then we got the white ones, the canvas for you to color, and these are vegan suede. Very good. And then the Nodus comes out, vegan suede as well. I probably have repeated a lot of this, but dude,
It's nice.
that's super suede, baby. And the frickin' toe cap in all the right places. It technically covers like up to here because of its thickness right there. You know what I mean? It's just, it's the most amount of rubber you can have on your toe without it like suffocating your foot. You know what I mean? I'm like, how do I cover the most without just getting athlete's foot every night?
That about does it.
Dude, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, I love this stuff. This is, and if it's not for Fred, if it's not for Pierre and Don and Rick, why isn't Rick here? Rick's the guy who actually helps me physically be like, oh, let's try brown. Let's do brown. Like, this kind of brown? What colored gum do you want? We have 5 options for the shade of brown in the gum. You know what I mean? And you're like, holy crap, 5 options? Damn, that one's a lot uglier than I thought. Damn, you know? And then Rick is that guy for me. Like, when it came to the green shoe, I was like, oh, maybe I want it more like Kelly green. And he's like, dude, the forest green does really well in Europe. And I'm like, I've never even thought about what color am I going to do based on how well it's going to do in Europe.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I need to do a side plug right here for my new wheel. The Nano Cubic wheel coming out really soon, but it can do coconut wheelies. And I don't know how many people understand that the coconut wheelie was invented by this man right here.
Yeah!
You started
That's
it.
right. One of the coolest looking tricks.
Dude, like, you invented it, man. Like, that's sick. And how does it feel to see more people doing it?
Oh,
these
it's pretty
days?
cool actually.
Yeah, you're gonna see people doing them all over now.
So the way it started, just figure out like people doing manual, right? And then, okay, that's cool to go on 2 wheels, right?
Yeah.
But why not doing it a different way?
Right.
And figure out what the 2 wheels on the side, maybe is another way to do it, you know? And I figure, okay, well, I feel that 2 on the side is actually pretty cool too, because you probably could go down the hill that way and just ride a skateboard differently. So I tried, and then it didn't work at the beginning.
Of course not.
I keep falling, I'm like, wow, that's not possible. I don't understand how to do that things, you know? And finally, I figure out that you have to put your position, you know, laying more on the back of your foot.
Yeah.
And I think last time we talked about, that was interesting that you told me it was, oh yeah, I feel like it's like doing a Smith grind.
Yeah, it's like a back Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a back Smith.
It's
And
the same body position.
I never thought about this before, you know. I was
Yeah.
just like, I need to position myself like this, so you know it works, and you can go down the hill and you can do the tricks. But then I was pretty stoked, you know, when I did that, because I thought, wow, that's a new way of riding a skateboard.
Yeah.
And then I will do it like down the hill by the Eiffel Tower. Because there's a hill over there, so I was like, wow, this is pretty. I wonder how far I can go like this, you know. And that's what I was asking you. I was asking you, how fast can you go
Yeah.
when you do it?
I've only done it on one hill where I'm actually gaining speed in the coconut wheelie, and it was like freaking scary, man. Because at that time I had weaker wheels too.
Oh.
So the wheels were deteriorating,
Yeah.
and I could feel my axle getting closer to the ground because the ground wasn't very smooth. So it was like, oh my god. So by the end it'd be like, you're like trying to hold it, like pinch it further because the wheel's just going. Now we got better wheels,
Yeah.
but that is insane.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's so cool that
Yeah.
you just figure that out. You're like, how do I ride it backwards?
I just
Or how
was
do I
trying to
ride
figure
it
out
different?
how do you invent something?
Yeah.
How you do things differently? How do you ride a skateboard a different way? You know, and I was like struggling with it, but then this came up out of my mind because, yeah, just on the side it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty stylish too. So why not?
It is really stylish. Like out of
Yeah.
all the freestyle tricks, that's like a really nice position, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels good.
And you know what's cool too? If there's a big crowd in front of you, if you go like this, you can go in between the crowd.
Oh, that's awesome.
What made you call it the coconut wheelie?
Because I was in, I invented the trick time I went to Hawaii, and I went to this bar, and they has that drink, the coconut wheelie.
Coconut wheelie drink.
Yeah. I said, wow, that's a pretty cool drink. I really enjoyed it, and I said, well, why not call it that way?
No way, dude. That's
As I have.
that's so good. That's too good.
And I think after that drink, that I can even do it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay. I love that. Like, how do I do this differently? Is the same mentality that brought you to make Etnies, no?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, can I have a problem with shoes all the time? I hurt my feet, and my friends having the same problem. How can we make shoes for the first time that will work for skateboarding?
Yeah.
That will absorb impact, that will last a long time, and will have a really good board feel, maybe even a better board feel.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, but I never made shoes before, but it's like tricks, you never make those tricks, you make those tricks and then
Yeah.
you go forward.
You don't make the tricks until you make the trick.
Right. You just have to figure out along the way how you're gonna do this,
Yeah.
And
you did it.
and actually, the more the challenge is bigger, the more interesting it is,
Yeah.
because you say, well, that's impossible to do, but then eventually you realize maybe it's not impossible. Maybe you can do it.
And you do that over and over, right? Like you designed this whole building to be sustainable and to have solar
Yeah.
power and stuff when all of that stuff didn't
Right,
exist in
so,
the community.
Like about at the end of 99, I was looking to what's my resolution for next millennium, and I figured, okay, I got lucky to be able to make some shoes, give a job to my friend that were skating with me, to create a skate park, to just like try to do something good, basically, and then I figure out there's only one planet to skate. Planet Earth.
There's only one planet to skate.
You're not gonna skate
That's such
on Mars or anywhere else.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking, well, if I try to sponsor, skateboarding, pushing skateboarding, get my friend, to work with me. There's also this planet that needs to be taken care of, and we need that planet to skate. So I said that's my next resolution for the millennium. So it went that way, and then eventually I started realizing, but a lot of buildings are done wrong, So, and I needed to build a new, have another place for warehousing and for office. So I figured, why not designing the first building designed by skateboarders?
Straight up.
Which is, and I said, well, it's like designing a shoe, You have to figure out, how to make this work.
You just take on these huge challenges.
Yeah, it's like try to invent a trick, or try to make a trick, or just to learn a trick. You just have to figure out, with your mind, with your body, with your soul, with everything you have, to make it happen. So I went on that thing, and then I think I designed one building. I don't think I will ever design a building again because it was pretty insane to take on that thing.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
But I got lucky also to have people helping me.
Yeah.
So eventually the idea was like, let's try to make this the first green building in Orange County, and it works on solar energy. We have 616 solar panels on the roof. The wood is all recycling wood. The concrete is recycled concrete, recycled limestone on the entrance.
Wow.
And then the design of the building, the entrance, has the shape of a movement like skateboarding.
It's all skate
so it's like
influence.
moving, so it moves, and then it's kind of modern and one of the idea like doing this was the idea that I was trying to get people to understand that the environment is the future. It's not the past. I mean, it's not like it's something from the past in many ways because it's like very natural and it's how people used to live, but it's also the future. So when we design, we make things, it should look like futuristic. So that's why I designed that building, make it look like futuristic. So people thinking, wow, that's the future.
That's why it still looks modern.
Right.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
20 years later.
20 years later, when people come in this building, they say, "Oh, wow, that building is pretty futuristic, pretty innovative." I say, "Yeah, yes, but."
Yeah, what year?
That is 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was already there. It's like,
Yeah, man. Always ahead of the curve.
yeah. And so, I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot of things that can be done,
Yeah.
Evolve, But I think it's just the idea that always like trying to think about what's next,
How to do things differently.
Yeah, what's the next thing? So I'm always very inspired by what you do too, because like your skateboard, how you design your skateboard, it's like, oh my god, this is insane! It's just thought about every single thing. And I'm stuck on your wheels. Your wheels now
dude.
too. Yeah, I'm so stuck. I can't wait to try it.
Oh man, I can't wait to hook you up with some.
But it's so fun. And then also, we had that talk in Paris.
Yeah.
About Swatch.
Yes,
Remember?
bro. Yeah, dude.
That was pretty insane.
Oh my god, he brings me to Paris, and then I'm out for breakfast, and he knows I ride for Swatch, and then he shows up with all these old swatches from when he rode for Swatch.
No way.
Yeah, and he had the whole collection, and some of them are like disintegrating and like falling apart because they're just so old, like maybe sitting in the sun somewhere. I have no idea, but like they were so cool, man. Like all the OG swatches. Like you were on the Swatch team that I'm now trying to like recreate.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because I was in with different riders on different team. If one I was riding for Sims or Tracker or but on the Swatch, I was with a lot of guys I was not on the same team, like Rod and Mullen.
Yeah, yeah.
Never been on the same team.
Right.
So
you
he
and
was-
Rodney on the same team, even though
Tony
you're
Hawk.
different board. Yeah.
Or
wow.
Hozoi,
Yeah.
all those guys.
I didn't think about that.
They were on the Swatch team too, so that was kind of cool. From that super team.
Yeah.
That was really fun. It was not really about the board we were riding; it was just about the watch.
Right.
You know.
That's so cool. I never
Yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So we all do like demo in different places. Sometime at the mall or sometime a little bit everywhere. And Per in there too was part of the team.
Per Willender.
Yeah, which was pretty amazing because it's always at the show going, like when you just get a blaster, I was just like, let's go crazy, and
Yeah. Per's awesome, man.
It's so good, and he was on Power too.
Yeah, he was the
That's
first
pretty cool.
freestyler to do a street board,
Yeah,
right? Like
Yeah.
a full-size street
Right.
board, and like actually use it in his videos, doing like hang tens in the street and
Yeah.
stuff. Like that first kind of like street freestyle mix.
Yeah.
I think I attribute that
Yeah.
to Per.
yeah, totally, yeah, and well, there's a long. I could go for hours and hours, but
Yeah.
sorry, but I met Per first time in Sweden. It was
Okay.
the first skateboard camp called the Euro Camp.
Yeah, is that the same one with the?
Yeah, by Stockholm.
Is that the historical?
Yeah,
This,
yeah.
The
So
historical skate camp?
first time I saw the first pros like McGill, Cab, Rodney Mullen, Tony Hawk. It was just like so crazy, for me living in Europe. It's the first American pro. And I met him there, and then he told me, "Oh, I'm living in California now." So really, in macro, I wish I could go there. So I sent him a postcard and say, "If I go to America." And he wrote me back and said, "Yes, if you want, I will pick you up." And then after that, I said,
Postcard.
I'll figure out what to do. so I show up, and he was there waiting for me.
No way! How comforting is that?
So I stay at his house. That time he had a girlfriend, so I could tell I couldn't stay too long.
Yeah.
So I kicked, and then I started living in the street of Venice Beach.
Yeah, you started.
But
Wait, what was that?
I started living in the street of Venice Beach.
You
after
started
that.
living in the streets of
Yeah,
Venice.
yeah. And doing demo actually with him.
Yeah,
You
on
know,
the
he'll bring his
boardwalk.
Go Blasters to make some money, be able to live a little bit, you know. And then through him actually I met Steve Rocco.
Oh my god, dude.
Steve Rocco was the team manager of Sims skateboard, and that's how I got on Sims.
Oh, okay.
Skateboard, yeah. And then I got sponsor, then I get more sponsor, and through all these I got sponsor. And,
What year is this?
1985.
85. So this is right before Etnies
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah,
how
so
did
it's so crazy.
how did that collect into Etnies?
Well, because I was skating. So at that time, when I was in Europe, I was sponsored by Converse. Then when I came to the US, I got sponsored by Vans right away. But I
Okay.
still was having the same problem.
Which
You
was
know, with the shoes.
Like you were
I was
taping your
hurting-
shoes?
hurting my foot.
I see
The
footage
shoes
of you with
didn't
the.
last. Yes, I would put like duct tapes, you know,
Yeah.
to make them last longer. I would try to put some super glue to make them last longer too, you know. And then I also in the bear grip, but just like a lot of things, you know. And I
Mhm.
figure out like it's possible. I really feel something is possible to do.
To make a shoe that's
Yeah, and then I think part is like freestyle is actually probably one of the things that tear down the shoes the fastest.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you think about it, because you use the upper of the shoes, the bottom, every angle, I mean everything,
Yeah.
and actually you do a lot more tricks
Yeah.
for the same amount of time.
Yeah. Right, way more tricks.
So you
than the
wear
same
the
amount.
shoes way faster probably than street skating or bird skating or any other type of skateboarding.
That's
You know,
fascinating.
so it's actually a really good test ground for shoes. And then out of this, you know, you have the time, you know, more to think about. Okay, what can I do? You know, how do I make it better? You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm stoked, you know, like all the work you do on the shoes because I know you also have that mind, you know, figuring out how to make the shoes better.
Dude, that's all,
So,
that's
yeah.
all we want to do.
We can enjoy the shoes more when we skate. We can do better tricks, you know, and
Yeah.
other people can enjoy it too,
How do you-
and really elevate their game. Yeah.
Elevate the game for
Right.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like if it like. Yeah.
It's very simple, you know.
Thanks, man. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to do this.
Thank you for inviting me, man.
I
Appreciate it.
I can't do it without you, man. And it's so sick to be like, yeah, it's so cool. You invent the coconut wheelie with the same mentality that brings you to start Etnies with the same mentality that makes you to make the first green building in Orange County. What year was this building from?
Look at all this history with shoes too. This is when I started skating. I remember seeing these in the shops. The black ones were the shit. I'm over here.
Oh. I mean, you can roll around however you want.
Yeah, I'm just showing the history of Soltech. How cool it is. History, bro. I don't think I owned any of these. I remember these. These are the